It's crazy to me. Some dreadlocks? Or pull your pants up? Or be presentable? I said,
stop. Because dreadlocks do not deserve the juxtaposition to sagging pants or looking presentable. Rickey Smiley gotta stop, bro. This is Birmingham all day. What's good, YouTube? TP Locks here, bringing you guys another video today. Yes, so today's video, you guys, just a forewarning, is going to be pretty heavy. So if you want to stay away from any heavy stuff, any triggers, I do advise you guys click off the video now. But if you are interested in hearing about this Rickey Smiley situation, stay tuned. Per usual, you guys, if you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button. In addition to hitting that subscribe button, also want to make sure you hit that like button to ensure this video gets properly placed in the YouTube algorithm. Lastly, if you want to stay up to date on all the posts the moment I post, go and hit that notification bell. All right, let's get into the video. Now, Rickey Smiley essentially is being accused for the passing or the suicide of one of his nephews. His nephew's sister is alleging that Rickey Smiley's standards, his standards of excellence were just set so high that this young man essentially took pills, overdosed, and has passed away.
Rickey Smiley. That's who he was referring to in his video, my brother. We know Rickey through marriage. My mom was married to his uncle. So that's how our families became connected. Growing up, Ron was exposed to a different side. He was in Rickey's life and whatever. So they had their own connection. And for whatever reason it went wrong, and Ron was no longer around Rickey and all things that came with Rickey. And my brother never got over that. He never recovered from that. For whatever it was, I don't know the connection of what he looked up to Rickey. He never recovered from that. And it played on him mentally. He was always in this state of trying to please him and do things the way he wanted him to do it. And my brother did not want to cut his hair. And he didn't have to cut his hair to get a job. Because the same guy that put you there and got you believing that whatever how you made it would have done it for my brother. With his dreadlocks and all. It wasn't like he was going for some corporate job and he needed to have a certain appearance or maintain a certain appearance. That wasn't it. And my brother battled with that. He was really thinking about cutting his hair. Really? And that triggered my brother to go and take some pills to numb his pain. And now my brother is dead. My
first initial thought with just this entire thing was that family matters do not belong on the internet, period, point blank. It's kind of nasty to even be in a position to even have to respond to some of this stuff. But because it is a conversation that I think is important and impactful, I am going to play the video. I am going to react to it. Just give you guys my conclusion. Okay, so I'm going to put up the video now. And it's gonna be either behind me or just popped up on the screen as well. All right, so let's watch.
I feel like I need to explain my last post. Y'all come on in. So, I just put out a post and I don't care who get mad, fuck it. So I just put out a post. I hooked up a family member.
I'm gonna pause it real quick. I think that when you subtweeting family members, I already think you're in the wrong. You're petty.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.
We talking about standards of excellence. I just don't think that this is the way that a grown man should conduct himself. But let me not interrupt too much. Let's get into the video.
With a job that could potentially pay him 6 figures if he hustled. So, a family member damn near homeless, trying to set you up where you could, for the first time, get your own place. For the first time, out of the city that you live in, so you can move to another city to have an opportunity to grow. Those of us that have had to live in another city have had an opportunity to grow and get out of your comfort zone, get away from your friends, family members, get away from the rat race, so you have an opportunity to grow and man up and become a man and grow. So I said, hey, all right, you leave tomorrow, you got everything packed up? He said, yes, I'm packed up. I said, okay, here's one of the things we talked about earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and get your plane ticket and get you out of here, and I put you on a flight, send you on down there. The man that got you set up already, got you a roommate, cause the places you're gonna be working, man, the tips be like, you can, if you hustle, man, you can get I've seen people get $200 to $500 in tips every day, plus your salary, right?
So I'm gonna pause it right here. Based on what I'm looking at right now, it does appear that Rickey Smiley does care for this young man to some capacity. So the fact that Rickey Smiley is trying to pay for this plane ticket, you know, set up these accommodations, even set up with a job, there is love there. And I just wanted to make sure that that was clear, because sometimes from these situations, they could be things can come across so harsh that we don't, you know, at least be able to kind of play devil's advocate here a little bit. Rickey Smiley does love this young man, because I'm gonna tell you right now, he's doing a lot. So let's just keep watching.
You know, I see a couple of people on the, you know, on the comments. I said, hey, so when you go down there, I already called the people. I talked to people. I need you to go to the barbershop and get your hair cut, and go ahead and get your fresh start, because one thing about dreadlocks, they can grow back. Go down there with a nice, fresh, clean, neat look. And because you represent me, if you don't want it, don't agree to take it. So you said, okay, cool. So when it come down to it, I say, hey, before I get this plane ticket, go to the barbershop, take a picture of yourself, send it to me. I'll go ahead and book your flight to make sure that you are on point and that you're looking out.
Pause. Okay, so this one's tough, and I don't want to fully surmise the situation, but basically what I'm seeing so far is Rickey Smiley definitely appears old school. He's basically coming at it from the angle of, I hooked you up with this job, new city, new fresh start. You're gonna represent me. And if you want this favor from me, it's gonna cost you cutting your locks. Now, because he is the person that's helping, he may feel justified to do that. I would say he's wrong. And the reason I would say that he's wrong is because the help shouldn't be contingent on somebody doing things your way. The help should just be the help. If you want to help somebody out in a situation that wants to rock locks, let them rock their locks. Set them up with the tools to be the best version of them, not a mini Rickey Smiley. I grew up in a household, my dad comes from a very similar place. My dad is from Gaston, Alabama. Rickey Smiley is from Birmingham, Alabama. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to get your ears pierced. Just one, just the left one. Back in the day, it was just the left one. And I remember my pops was just hot, because he was like, why would you do that? Why would you get your ears pierced? You know, son of mine's gonna have his ears pierced in my house. And basically it's my way or the highway type situation. I understand that is some very old school stuff, but I also understand the flaw in that old school stuff. And so I gotta say here, I'm digressing a little bit, but Rickey was wrong, for sure, for sure.
Now, the job don't require that. I required it, right? Again, in my book, what I talked about, like I said, I was on stage at a show. Steve Harvey was the headliner. He said, hey man, you need to go, you can't come tomorrow. Cause I had a brand new jogging suit on that I had just bought from Hibbins. He said, when we perform tomorrow, you need to put a suit on, right? This is all about your attitude. Don't take up for this stuff. Start taking up for men, for young men. So I didn't wait until tomorrow. I went that night. I introduced him and I came back with the suit on that night just to close the show. And from that point on, he saw I was serious. And the fact is, I'm where I am because of the decision that I made to listen to somebody that was trying to help me or whatever. I thought the jogging suit was great. It was a brand new jogging suit, but he didn't think the jogging suit was appropriate for his show. So I don't think your dreadlock is appropriate for you representing me, because if I'm on the show with him, I'm representing him because it's his show and he's the headliner. He required a suit. Go put the fucking suit on and keep your mouth shut and humble yourself and do what the man asks you to do. He ain't trying to help you. Taught me a lesson. Then when you get the way you are.
One thing I'm picking up about this already is just the fact that this sounds very eerily familiar to, fraternity mindset,
Now, I do not know how many of you will cross the burning sands to the oasis of
Rickey Smiley Yacht Club
but
job.
I do know that there is no room for any pretenders. Weak link amongst the ranks.
Prove to me how serious you are about this opportunity. Prove to me how serious you are, what you're willing to go through, almost like the burning sands, in order to qualify for this opportunity I'm extending you. If you want to come in here, if you don't want to humble yourself, if you don't want to adhere to my particular guidelines, you're going to show me that you're not qualified for this opportunity I'm trying to extend you. And it seems very similar in that regard. Like, I get it, but I think it's a little backwards, because if it's your family, like Steve Harvey didn't owe you anything, Rickey Smiley. Like, he didn't. At the end of the day, you were somebody from Birmingham that wanted an opportunity, wanted a gig. There's not a bloodline there. I mean, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, or all kinfolk ain't skinfolk, or whatever, however that saying goes. But when this is your nephew, right? When this is your family, you have a vested interest in seeing to it that this person is able to be successful in the way that they deem fit. Now, I don't know the personal situation. I don't know how, hardworking this young man was, but the idea that you have to jump through the hoops that I present to you in order to prove that you're worthy for an opportunity that could help you, it's like, it just seems backwards to me. But let's keep on going.
Wear your hair, your clothes, whatever the way you want to wear it, right? And it's crazy, and it's just an opportunity of a lifetime. It's crazy. No, the job didn't require it. I required it. I'm not buying no plane ticket. I'm not sending nobody nowhere on no job interview with looking a certain way. If that's your style and that's your thing, or whatever, then go out and find your own job. You the one asked, you the one told me that you needed the help, some help, and you want to put some money into the system or whatever, and get you something regular or whatever.
Pause. Again, that's petty strike number 2. The job didn't require it. Rickey required it. It's like, fam, come on, bruh. If you don't do it my way, then you don't want to be successful. It's like, bruh, help him out. You have the ability to help him out. You're Rickey Smiley. Help him out. Let him rock his locks. His sister actually has locks. Maybe it's a family thing. Why double down on this? Send him out with that job, see how he does, and help him if he falls. Like, I don't know, man. But let's keep watching.
I made some of my connections and made a phone call to help you do what you want to do. It's the craziest thing in the world. And ladies, stop making excuses for young black men. Stay out of the way. Stay out of the way. This female masculinity shit or whatever. Hey, if a man tells another man, a younger man, what to do and how to do it for his own good, then it needs to be respected.
I think it's a little strange that he brought up the masculinity, femininity thing, telling women to get out of the way, because for me it begs the question, are we asserting, is he alleging, or is he trying to insinuate that locks somehow are feminine? The funny thing about these conversations a lot of the time, especially when we, try to come to an understanding of what's neat, what's presentable, all the words that he's used in his video, it's like, I work in corporate America. You know what I'm saying? I proudly can say that I work in corporate America. I don't work for no run-of-the-mill company. I don't work for a mom and pop corporate sect. I'm the biggest of the biggest corporate companies in the world.
Best of the best of the best, sir.
And ain't nobody talking about dreadlocks. There are managers that have colored hair. There are managers that have locks. PM managers, program managers, you know, engineering managers. Like, that's not something that should alter your trajectory. So a lot of times when I hear people, you know, with this rhetoric of the femininity, the, you know, masculinity, the professionalism, the neatness, it's just like, bro, y'all not up to date. Y'all don't got y'all iOS update. Y'all haven't figured out that this is not like a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is like one of the best quintessential black businessmen in this country, right? Not a corporate entity, more on that entertainment side, but as far as business, I think it's empowering and important that he chooses to rock his hair in the way that he does, because it is professional. It does not matter, you know? I'm rambling. Let's keep going, man. It's almost over.
Period. It's crazy to me. Some dreadlocks? Or pull your pants up? Or be presentable? I said,
stop. Because dreadlocks do not deserve the juxtaposition to sagging pants or looking presentable. Rickey Smiley gotta stop, but this is Birmingham all day.
About nobody not accepting you who you are. It's about being professional and presentable. You finna go work out a yacht club with millions and millions of dollars walking in and out of there. One thing Gary with the T taught me a long time ago, when I first moved to Dallas, he said, you need to go on with that Birmingham shit. Don't come to Dallas with a Birmingham mentality. If you're in Dallas, don't go to Birmingham with a Dallas mentality. Make the adjustment and change and figure out where you need to be professionally and just try to do better and do something different from what you're doing. Like, Gary had to tell I showed up in Dallas in a fucking Tahoe, sitting on some things with lights under the bottom, and what he did was, he took me over to the competing radio station and let me look in the parking lot and see what they was driving and how they was doing and how they was dressing and how they was acting. He said, Gary with the T taught me this. He said, when you look like you got money, money will come to you. I understand you trying to keep it real or whatever, but man, listen, you need to dress better, you need to drive better, you need to do better. Stop being cheap, you can afford it. And the minute I changed and turned that around or whatever, my success went through the roof. Just a little advice.
I hate when people use personal anecdotes to like proclaim like these masterful life lessons, and it's like, bruh, what you drive, bruh, like,
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
I don't have enough time in this video because I don't want this to be too long to really just kind of like talk about how nonsensical this stuff is, but it's really nuts, bro. Like, and I'm a huge fan of Rickey Smiley. That's the problem, man. Like, I'm a huge fan of Rickey Smiley. All his stand-up, his prank calls, huge fan of Rickey Smiley. You know, when he gave this anecdote, it was like, it basically to me demonstrated that Gary with the T has learned how to be successful in emulating sort of like the majority, you know what I'm saying? Emulating what success looked like rather than, you know, staying true to who you are and, you know, allowing that to be successful. We see far too many examples of people sticking to themselves and prospering to feel like you have to form fit, shape yourself in the way that people want you to be. There's people on YouTube right now, millionaires, off of just eating pickles and typing on keyboards every single day, y'all. I'm telling you, if the company that you work for has a problem with your dreadlocks, you guys, your hair is protecting you from places that you do not need to be, in places that you're probably not welcome anyway. I promise you. I know that's easier said than done, but let's finish this video. I'm gonna try not to talk for the rest of it because I'm there right now, okay? I'm triggered. But let's just finish this out.
Cuss him out. I didn't cuss him out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell Steve, well, fuck you. I'm finna go, I'm not gonna do the show then. What? I ended up opening up for the Kings of Comedy. And then I end up with this syndicated radio show because of that one decision to be respectful and obedient. Respectful and obedient. Yes, sir. But I thank God for my granddaddy, because what my granddaddy taught me was discipline and respect. And when you have discipline and respect, you're gonna go farther. So this the video, because it was just too much to type. So this the video in response to what I last posted. Anybody give you an opportunity and you want the opportunity, whatever they require you to do to get your foot in the door, then do it. Then do it. Anybody turn down an opportunity of a lifetime, it's fucking crazy.
What good is the opportunity of a lifetime if it costs you your soul? You know, I'm done with the video because I think we got the point. It just sounds like a lot of fraternity talk, man. It just, you know, it's somebody talking about the opportunity of a lifetime. You know, you won't do anything for the opportunity of a lifetime. You won't do that for opportunity of a lifetime. What if a person wants you to compromise your morals? What if a person wants you to slop or might not? Like corn on the, what if somebody wants you to do something like that? What if somebody wants you to badmouth your family, badmouth your mama for the opportunity of a lifetime? I know these are drastic things, but when you hear and get that look in his eye when he's talking about, you're not gonna do this for the opportunity of a lifetime? Like, brother, there are things that are more costly, you know, there are things that are more important than money, even for a person that's struggling. You know, it's like integrity, morals, values, principles, being yourself. Like, these are things that companies are providing more space for. Slowly but surely, companies are giving and allowing more room for. So I just think it's really unfortunate, you know, because like I said, I am a huge fan of Rickey Smiley. What happens sometimes as elders, as OGs, you can become the antagonist of the people that you're trying to lead if they don't do it your way. It's almost like this approach of, you know, if you don't do it my way, hands off. You're not gonna get none of my help. And the reality of it is, as an elder statesman, the youth needs you. These young kids need you. And because you always have to remember the intent. What is the intent? Is your intent to help this person, or is this your intent to make them how you want them to be, or make them comply and be obedient? Is obedience and respect the intent, or are we trying to help? And can we learn and sort of cultivate some of those learnings along the way? Because I can guarantee you might not have liked that he had the locks, Rickey Smiley, but nobody wins when the family feuds. Nobody wins. So I can't say that Rickey Smiley is to be blamed for this child's suicide. That's a very nuanced thing. It's not an allegation that I'm here to make, but what I can say is, when you are in a position to help, you know, helping how you want to help, it's just an unfortunate thing. I want to send prayers and condolences to that family, the entire family. Hopefully you guys have found this video insightful. I know some of you guys might disagree, so I'm very interested to hear you guys' feedback. Leave them in the comment section right now. But yeah, it's been TP Locks.
What's going on, TP Locks fam? I go by the name of Backpack Beatz. If you enjoy the music and all the beats on my man TP's channel, make sure you show some love over to my channel also. I'm there 2 days a week. Every Monday, we're making beats. And every Thursday, I DJ the No More Free Beat Show, showing love to everything underground. So if you like music, if you like beats, or if you like dope vibes, definitely check my channel out. It's real dope. Big shouts out to my man TP for giving me the platform, and we out. Appreciate it.